Okay, yes, the broadcast is live. Good evening, Gautam. Good evening from Mumbai. And I'm happy that you're enjoying Dubai and working very hard for this event. I can imagine the amount of efforts you have put to get Stephen Covey in Mumbai. And I've been attending your courses and all the great leaders since last many years. You and your father both have been instrumental in getting best speakers since last 30 years. So how it is different post COVID, like Stephen Covey coming to Mumbai, it's already made a buzz and so many inquiries about it. So just tell something more about the event, Gautam.
Good evening, Namrata, and thank you so much for your warm welcome. It's always a pleasure to have a meaningful conversation with you. In terms of Stephen Covey, yeah, we're super excited. We're hosting him in Dubai, Mumbai, and Hyderabad in the coming week. So it's really
Great.
exciting because obviously we finished a couple of years of the COVID era where the events were predominantly all online. So the last 6 to 9 months, events are all back in person. So that's quite exciting, and yeah, grateful to bring in Stephen M.R. Covey on the speed of trust and trust and inspire for these three cities.
So, speed of trust. Can you tell me what does? I remember I had learned from you breaking of the bread, and I still carry on. I remember that book of yours, and whenever I have lunches and dinners with my
There
colleagues,
it is.
friends, yeah, so I always use this word breaking of the bread, which I learned from you, and so many other things. I've attended Marshall Goldsmith, Jack Canfield, and that all with you. So, can you tell what does it mean by the
Speed of
trust by
trust.
the leaders? Yeah.
Fantastic. See, the speed of trust at the end of the day starts even at home. Trust at home. You build trust as a family. When it comes to the workplace, trust with your teams, trust with your suppliers, trust with your customers. When there is trust, then business thrives. Because when there is trust, then there's an abundance mindset. There's a mindset of collaboration. There's a mindset of sharing. There's a mindset of making things happen. For example, Namrata, you and me have a high trust relationship. Now, when we have a high trust relationship, I could call you and say, Namrata, I need to be connected to X, Y, or Z. Or you may call me and say, Gautam, I need you to help this friend of mine. I won't even think about it. I said, Namrata has asked me, or Gautam has asked Namrata, we will do whatever it is for each other personally or professionally. And that comes from a high speed of trust. So, trust is an economic driver of a business. When you are in a challenging situation and you need to find a solution, you go to your trusted network, you go to your trusted team, your trusted customers to solve that challenge. At the same time, when your business is thriving, how do you go to the next level? You grow because of the trusted relationships. People want to do business and refer you as well. So that is where Stephen Covey is coming to share in this interactive masterclass. How do we build a high trust culture at our workplace and with our customers?
Oh, that's amazing, Gautam. I just realized that I have gone live on Facebook maybe after years, and just because Gautam said I came, so that trust was already there. I noticed just now when you said, how does that happen? Like, how did that relation, that trust come into it? Now I'm realizing that trust.
Absolutely, it's a living example. We know each other for a good 5 years, but we had not spoken in recent times. You and me spoke a week back, and immediately said, "Gautam, done. Let's do a live. Let my audience be aware of this." And you count on our support. We didn't have any exchange of emails. We did not send contracts to each other. We did not send endless approvals to each other. It was one call, and you said, "Yes, Gautam, I'm in. I'm here to support you." That's a high trust relationship. It's priceless. It's invaluable. It's paperless, and it achieves infinite possibilities like we're doing today.
Phenomenal, Gautam. But how to, I don't even know how this happened. How can you tell how to build that value and trust in businesses and relationships?
Yeah, well, I mean, not to repeat myself on the breaking bread, but really see, to me, it's relationships first, business second. It's relationships first, profit second. To me, we got to build relationship. That comes from rapport, comes from comfort. You build that rapport and comfort, that builds trust. Trust is not something you get instantly. Trust is something that is highly valued and needs a nurtured relationship over time. So business is a journey, trust is a journey. You and me now have established trust, which we built in the first 3 months, 6 months of getting to know each other, where we helped each other unconditionally. And then whether we're in touch daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually, it's established. You and me have a high trust relationship. So trust is something that is earned, not taken for granted. So we earn the trust that you and me have, that you have with your clients, your customers, your teams, your family members. The people who have high trust is something that is earned over time.
Now I'm noticing it. What was trust? It was happening by default, but never
Yes.
really thought about it. Gautam, just wondering that in today's world there is so much of content, knowledge, and so much to read, and just it is just getting too much. So how does this Stephen Covey workshop, the master class which is happening live, is different from all this knowledge we get all over in the social media? How that will be different?
Fantastic. No, it's a great question and very valid, because obviously we've come out of a time of COVID where everyone had the opportunity to learn online more than ever before. And they said learning is freely available. There's unlimited content, from podcasts to articles to white papers to ebooks to audiobooks. I mean, videos, YouTube, there's endless content online. So, absolutely, that's there. But to me, we are human beings. And something that will never change is human beings have emotions. We like to connect with people. And to me, when you connect with people in person, it has something really special which does not come from a virtual experience. And one way I can make on a lighthearted note is like music. You can listen to Arijit Singh, I use him as an example, from the comfort of your car, from the comfort of your home. And yet, if someone says, I'm going for an Arijit Singh concert live, what happens live? You don't even get to meet him or see him because you're one of 10,000 people. But there's an emotional connect with being there live, that whole excitement of other human beings. Motion creates emotion, and that motion of meeting other people creates an emotional upliftment of inspiration in your heart and soul. And when you come for an event like Stephen Covey happening on Wednesday 10th of May at the Four Seasons in Bombay, the chances you're going to meet 150 to 200 other delegates from across India, and you're going to get a chance to network with high quality people. So to me, it's network. Attending an event in live is not just the learning. You get to shake hands with Stephen Covey. You get to get a signed book from Stephen Covey. You get to have a photo with Stephen Covey. You get a chance to meet people who value learning. You're meeting like-minded people. So to me, none of that can happen online. So online is great for bite-sized learning, consistent learning, but every now and then, nothing beats an in-person experience, live and exclusive, with the author, with good quality people.
Absolutely, Gautam. But why you have restricted to only 200 people? Like you could have gone to 500,000. Why you're stopping at 200?
Yeah, to me, I've been for some events with large numbers, and to me, less is more. And I say that with the intention that really I had an event that took place 6 months back, and it had 700 people in Dubai. And to me, that event, everyone loved it. But the one thing that everyone said, I wish there were fewer people. And they meant it from, they felt it was more of a seminar. They did not have the chance to interact with other people. They did not have a chance to meet the speaker, the author, none of that. In our event, everyone can meet Stephen Covey. Everyone can have a photograph. Everyone can get a signed book. When you have a very large audience, it becomes a seminar. And a seminar means it's like inspiration, awareness, etc. When you have this is a learning event. We want you to help you transform your business. We want you to help you transform as a leader. And when you do that, you're going to get real results. This is a real premium event to learn, take action, and grow your business, grow your leadership skills, and become a better person. So, to me, the number of people is limited so that you have a premium experience and not a experience of in an overcrowded environment.
That's great. Gautam, this master class, is it for corporates or entrepreneurs? Like who are more eligible for this master class?
Fantastic question. It's something that I really appreciate, because I want to make sure people say, is it the right space for me? So 70% of the clients who are coming for the event are corporates. So you have CHROs who are nominating senior leaders from their company. We have companies from Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, Pune flying down for the event. And 30% are corporates. And these are entrepreneurs who are coming in groups of one, two, or three, where they come along for their for themselves, and maybe bring along a GM. So we have both entrepreneurs and corporates. At the end of the day, building a high trust, whether you have a team of 10 people, 100, 1,000, or 10,000. Building high trust will help you grow your business, solve problems, build relationships, and aspire to achieve whatever you have in terms of your business goals.
What a wonderful way to build trust in your entire ecosystem if I go with my entire team. That's really exciting, Gautam. Do you have any special offers for us, Entrepreneur Excel community? Since you have been a very close part of Entrepreneur Excel, what would you like to offer for our members?
For me, I always like to give added value, and I appreciate that. To any community that supports learning and creating learning as continuous programs like Entrepreneur Excel. For me, all Entrepreneur Excel members and their extended teams would get a 20% discount on the tickets, whether they go for any of the categories. So that is extendable to Entrepreneur Excel as just a way of us to just add even more value to the experience. It's inclusive. You have the workbook, you have the networking, you meet Stephen Covey, the photograph, the pictures, the signed book is included. So they'll have a premium interactive experience, including this lunch at the Four Seasons. So all in all, they'll have a great experience, and a 20% to members and their respective companies.
Wow, that's just not to miss offer. 20% is a very good offer, Gautam. Looking forward to see you for this event and take more learnings for all the leaders of Mumbai. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
It's an absolute pleasure, Namrata. Thank you for the opportunity to interact with you in this conversation. And I really acknowledge and appreciate the vision that you have had in building Entrepreneur Excel, not only in India, but globally online. I really appreciate you are a wonderful role model in terms of learning, and being a fantastic coach who sort of endorses learning as
Thank
a lifetime journey. Thank you so much.
thank you.